Ryan's mansion is so beautifully decorated from the outside to the inside. But the most beautiful of all is the interior decoration of the sitting room. There are colorful balloons hanged on every part of it, with beautiful rose petals well arranged on the floor, forming the words, "Will you marry me?" My cheeks turned bright red as I looked into the eyes of the man I love so much. Ryan Carlos. The sound of cheering filled the room, as guests applaud chanting, "Say yes, say yes, say yes." The smile on my face widened as I looked at Ryan on a bent knee holding out a diamond ring to me. "Allison Snow, I love you so much. Please make me the happiest man on earth and be my wife." Oh my God, I can't believe my eyes. Ryan is proposing to me. The tears in my eyes flow freely. I have always dreamt of this day, imagining how it will be, but this surpasses all my imagination. I stood there, unable to speak, as he asked me again for the 7th time. "It still feels like a dream. Please, Allison, marry me." The color on my cheeks deepen. The moment I have been waiting for is finally here. And it is the man of my dreams, my childhood crush. Yes. Yes, I accept. I hugged him excitedly. "I will be your wife. I love you so much." Everyone cheered louder. There were fireworks. "It is so beautiful. I love you more," he muttered in my ears, kissing every part of my face. I want this moment to never end. Cupping his face, I kiss him. "Same. Here." The sound of music fills the room as most dance to it, while the rest sit and drink, chatting about one thing or the other. But I know one thing is definitely certain. Our love story will not cease from their lips. Ryan and I have known each other since way back, probably when I was around 9 years. We practically grew up together. He lived right opposite the villa next to mine, where my parents worked as a nanny and driver. My parents' boss was so kind to sponsor me through school, since my parents are of little means. I was enrolled in one of the best schools in the United States where only the rich and elite attend. That is where I met Ryan, the man of my dreams. Ryan points to my now empty glass. "Babe, you need a refill." Filled with so much excitement, I care less if my glass was empty, not even noticing. I nod in response, muttering a thank you after my glass was refilled. "Was the decoration to your taste?" "Yes, Ryan. Everything is perfect. Thank you so much." I sealed the moment with a kiss. "Hush. Don't thank me. You deserve everything even more. You are the best." He flatters. My cheek reddened. "And when we get married, I will spoil you even more," he promised, placing his forehead on mine endearingly. "You are the best. I can't ask for more." About to take another sip of my wine, my eyes became drowsy, making the room feel like it is spinning very fast. I held Ryan's hand and got support. "Babe, are you okay?" he asks, looking worried. "I don't know." All of a sudden, the desire to go outside for fresh air became dominant. This big sitting room that is always so spacious to me suddenly feels small, choking me. I need to breathe. I am not claustrophobic, but I suddenly feel like one. What is happening to me? Gently, I place my hand on my head, rubbing it lightly. "Babe, what is wrong?" The panic in his voice was alarming. "Nothing. Just a bad headache." About to place the glass cup on the counter beside me, I staggered. But Ryan caught me quickly before I made a fool of myself and people thought I was drunk. "Easy, babe." He safely took me to a couch. "You are not well. Are you feeling dizzy?" "Yes. Just a little bit. Don't worry. I will be fine. All I need is some fresh air. I will accompany you, Mr. Carlos." I am sorry to disturb you, but an investor is on the line, sir." "Matthew," his assistant said as he approached us with a mobile in his hand. "I am busy." He frowned at the young man. Please pardon me, sir. But it is urgent, something about the contract going wrong. What? The alarm in his voice was evident, his frown deepened. What went wrong? I don't know, sir. He wouldn't say. Well, he will wait. Allison isn't feeling too well. Ryan. It is okay. You can take the call. No. It is not. You are not feeling well. Please, for my sake. I will be fine. Don't you worry. We'll just step outside for some time and I will be fine. Alone? No, babe. I don't like that idea. Why? I ask, startled. It is not like I am going somewhere strange. It is the compound of his house, for crying out loud. I just don't feel comfortable with it. That is all. Come on. Stop being so difficult. I will just be stepping outside for a while and there are security men, so I will be safe. Okay, but babe. He frowned, making me chuckle. Go ahead and take the call. It might be something very serious. I will be back real quick before you are done. I gave him a reassuring smile. I know Ryan can be protective sometimes, but never this much. Today's own is quite excessive, acting paranoid. Honestly, I don't see the big deal in stepping out alone for a while. It is not like some wild beast is outside lurking in the shadows waiting for me. I chuckle at the silliness. All right. You win. He finally gave in after much persistence. Taking the mobile from his assistant, he responds. I wait and watch until their back is no longer visible from my end. Trying to stand, the dizziness returned, but this time with full force, making me stagger backwards a little. What is wrong with me? I rub my forehead lightly. Finally able to stand without falling back, I walk slowly towards the entrance door, nodding my head to the congratulations, greetings that came my way. Managing a small smile for those who won't stop talking before walking past them. I will make it up to them later. But for now, I have to get outside. I badly need to breathe in fresh air, feeling so choked up. Hey, Elise. Are you okay? Startled at the sudden question. I stopped and looked up, meeting my best friend Rachel's inquisitive eyes. Yeah, sure. Stepping away from her, I continued my journey that seemed unusually long, never ending. Where are you heading to? She trails behind me. Outside. I need to get some fresh air. You don't need to bodyguard me. I will be fine. My eyes search for the one person responsible for this, Ryan. Finally catching sight of him, standing at the far corner of the room, I gave him a knowing look. Being caught, he grinned sheepishly. What is his problem this evening? I am not pleased with the fact he had to disturb Rachel, who obviously was having a nice time. I am so disappointed at him right now. After reassuring him, he still went ahead and did this, thinking I won't know. How silly of him. Angry, I will make sure Rachel doesn't accompany me. Love to see what he will do about that. It is not his fault. We are all worried. She tries to defend him. Please don't. I am not pissed. I am disappointed. What is he scared of? Tell me. All I need is some fresh air, damn it. I freaked out, my voice sounding strange even to my ears. What is wrong with me? Rachel. I started after seeing her shock expression. I am sorry for sounding so bitchy. No, it is fine. But the look in her eyes saying otherwise. I will pacify her later when we get home. It is a good thing we live together. Thanks, I muttered, giving her a look that says, I will make it up to you. Finally alone, I stepped out, and cold air hit me, making me wish I had worn a more conservative dress. Wrapping my hand around myself, I rub my arm to get warmth as I go down the stairs. I head straight to the garden not too far from the entrance door. I love coming here. Rose flowers are my favorite, and Ryan made sure he planted just that. The smile on my face returned, removing whatever disappointment I felt earlier for him. He is the best. Suddenly, the garden light went off, making the already dark compound darker. The hair on my back stood as I sensed the presence of someone behind. With the corner of my eye, I caught sight of someone's shadow standing. Gasping, I turned quickly to the direction, but found no one. Only endless darkness. Must be my imagination. Taking a deep breath, I calmed my nerves, relaxing a little bit. The light should be turned on any moment from now, so there is no need for alarm. Looking at the house, I see the lights are still on. Oh, that explains it. They obviously are unaware that the light outside is out. Or maybe I should inform someone. Turning towards the house, I scream, "R!" Only to find out it is just a man, probably a guest. Jesus, you scared the shit out of me. Letting out a sigh of relief, I look at him. Using the opportunity to take in his appearance, the darkness makes it difficult to see his face clearly. Trying to get a clearer picture of him, I move closer, straining my eyes, but still can't see his face, so I scan his appearance instead, trying to see if I can recognize who he is through his dress, but still can't make out what he is wearing. How strange. I moved closer to him, only then was I able to make out something. Wait a minute, is he naked? Oh my God, a naked man is standing in front of me. What do I do? Taking a step back, I scanned around looking for a way out, only to make a yelp sound. My heel got stuck on something. Of all the time my heel had to get stuck, it has to be now. Who are you? Without uttering a word, the naked man strolled towards me, making my already beating heart beat faster. What do you want? I have nothing to give you. I cry, my whole body shaking in fear, as he kept walking towards me, closing the distance. I was about pleading again, but the words got stuck in my throat as my eyes fell on his face. With the moon shining brightly, I could make out his facial features. He looks like an Egyptian god. Handsome is an understatement when used in describing him. He is nothing I have ever seen. The most handsome, a pleasing sight to look at. He stood tall in his 6 feet, 7 inch. Looking like Hercules with his dirty blonde hair, and his muscles, oh my, are indescribable. Beyond your imagination, he has the most perfect abs and well-defined 8-packs. I want to slide my hands down, feeling every part of him. What? I can't believe I just said that. How can I be lusting on another? If this naked man standing right in front of me was not growling like an animal, I would have covered my eyes in shame. Ryan is the man for me, the only man of my dreams. I scream in my head, hoping it sinks. Wrapping his hand around me, he pulled me closer. My heart takes another rhythm as his intoxicating scent hits me, gasping. I looked at him, searching for his eyes, but the darkness prevented me from seeing the color. He kept muttering something under his breath. Mate, sniffing my neck. I closed my eyes in pleasure, moaning as he kissed a particular spot on my neck. More, I moaned, and before I knew it, he bit me. Ouch. Allison, Ryan called. Are you okay? He held me, checking for any alarming injury, but found nothing. My eyes snap open immediately, hoping to find the man, but he is gone. Was I hallucinating? Looking round, I saw the light had been turned on, and everything looked normal, except for a panicked Ryan, who looked like he might die of a heart attack any moment from now, out of excessive worry. But I was definitely sure I wasn't hallucinating. And everything that happened some minutes ago was in fact real. Instinctively, my hand went to my neck, and the stingy pain proved me right. So the stranger was indeed here. Then where did he disappear to? I looked round, hoping to catch a glimpse of his shadow, but nothing. Allison, please talk to me. What happened? Ryan followed my gaze, hoping to see what I was looking for, but the deepening of his frown proved he found nothing. And his confusion increased. Babe, please talk to me. You are scaring me. I was about to pour out everything, but from his worried look already worn on his face, I know Ryan won't be able to handle the shocking news if I told him a naked man was here, and he came close to me and bite me then. Ryan will faint for sure out of a heart attack because I myself have still not recovered from the shocking experience. There was something about the stranger that screamed danger, but at the same time when he held me close, I felt safe, like he wouldn't harm me. But everything ruined, going down the drain when he bit me, proving just how wrong I was, that in fact, the man was indeed very dangerous. If not, why will he bite me? I thought to myself, maybe he was planning to use me as an evening snack. The thought of that made me shudder in fear. Thank goodness Ryan came when he did, or I might be lying dead on the floor in a pool of blood. Looking at Ryan, I saw beads of sweat have already broken out on his forehead, forming a crease, making me feel bad for causing him so much pain, when all he has ever done is be nice and show me tons and tons of love. And in my heart, I made a promise not to worry him anymore, starting now by concealing the awkward incident from him. Because if Ryan were to find out a total stranger entered his compound without the knowledge of his guards, I am sure Ryan would be very angry, and in the heat of his anger he might do something foolish, like firing all his guards assigned to keep the house safe. And if that happens, who would keep the house safe? The house will be left unprotected throughout the night, and it doesn't go well with me. If anything bad were to happen to Ryan, I don't know what I will do. I will never forgive myself, because the truth still remains that it is all my fault. If I had just listened to Ryan for once, and not come out alone, no one would have bitten me. And I would have been safe. Feeling a burning sensation on the part of my neck I was bitten, I flinched a little, not trying to alert Ryan's attention. The place the stranger bit me has started to burn seriously, but I chose to ignore it at least until I get inside, locked behind closed doors. Then I will apply some first aid treatment on it. In the meantime, I concealed the mark with my long black hair, while feeling so happy for listening to Rachel, and let my hair down since I am already so used to tying it in a tight bun, due to my kind of job. At a small store, not too far from where I stay. I run a small pastry store downtown. It doesn't generate much, but at least it puts food on my table and also helps me manage my bills. Ever since I was a child, I have never liked depending on anyone for anything. Always loved doing things myself because it makes me happy. Although countless times Ryan has made it clear he can provide for me, but I still feel uncomfortable asking him for money for my every need. After making sure my hair has covered the mark properly, I sighed in relief before turning to Ryan with a sweet smile plastered on my face. Right now, I am willing to do anything just to make him less worried. It is nothing, my heel just got stuck, that is all. I pointed to my affected shoe awkwardly. Your heel? He looked at me, not believing a word I said. How? He asked, before looking down only to see my heel was indeed stuck. Oh no, I am so sorry, babe. Please stand still, I will help you with it. Thank you, I muttered, once he was done, feeling free. I tried to put whatever happened far behind me as I looked at the future, shining so bright with Ryan beside me. I let myself imagine that all that happened earlier was nothing but a terrible nightmare that shouldn't have happened in the first place. Please, Ryan. Can we go inside now? I am feeling cold. Taking off his suit jacket, he covered me with it. And instantly, I felt warm the moment his thick jacket covered my arms and almost half of my body. How about the dizziness? Has it stopped? He looked at me, looking very worried. Yes. I am fine now. I patted his hand lightly. Like I said inside, all I needed was some fresh air, just as I predicted. I assured him with a sweet smile still on my face. All right. Please come. Let's get you inside. Remember, you still have to cut the cake, he added. Cake! My eyes widened in excitement. There is a cake too. I have always loved cake. In fact, I love anything sweet and sugary. It has always been my favorite. Yes. Babe, your favorite chocolate and vanilla with a lot of extra toppings. Just how you like it. He added before smiling, showing off his perfect white teeth. Wow. Ryan. Thank you so much. I covered his mouth with a kiss as I let myself drown in his sweet familiar scent. I love so much while trying to forget the intoxicating scent of the stranger. Was. From the far end of the compound, Lucian stood letting out small growls as he watched another man dangerously close to his mate, with hand wrapped possessively around her waist, helping her up the flight of stairs. Lucian boiled in anger, wanting nothing more than to rip Ryan's head off his body, but got stopped by Isla's soft palm on his arm. Lucian turned to her, staring at his only female witch friend who has stuck with him in both his pleasant and rough times. He felt his anger subside. Isla is a red-haired beauty, and the daughter of the most powerful witch in existence. Imogen, who is considered to be very cruel and cold-hearted. Imogen only lends a hand when it will be beneficial to her. And for this reason, her daughter Isla is not liked by many of the immortal realm. They consider Isla to be exactly like the mother, evil, except Lucian. Lucian, please don't make any hasty decision. Her calm voice echoed lightly, almost silently through the night. How long will the bite start taking effect? That was all Lucian was interested in. His original plan earlier when he found out about Allison was to abduct her straight to his home. But Isla talked him out of it, assuring him that biting her was a better option because it will help Allison respond to the mating pull and accept him as her mate, considering she was human and might not understand how the whole mating thing works. At first, Lucian pondered how that was true, because all he had always known was that biting a human female could be very dangerous for her, not the other way round. But Isla assured him otherwise, guaranteeing him that it was the best option he had for having his beautiful mate by his side. Lucian, you know I am not human and don't really know how fast their body system works, so all we have to do is give it some time and it will start taking effect. I promise you, she said before smiling wickedly to herself, but Lucian's eyes were tightly fixed on his mate now that he didn't take notice of it. Isla has been in love with Lucian since the day she set her eyes on him. For more than a century, they have been friends, but Lucian only considers her to be just a friend, which hurts her deeply. And when things were starting to turn in her favor and Lucian, coming to terms with the fact he might not have a mate or she is long dead, Allison came into the picture, ruining everything, making Isla hot in anger that she wants nothing but to destroy the whole human race. Until her mother calms her down. Coming up with a perfect plan, Imogen advises her daughter to convince Lucian to bite his mate, that it was the only way to have her for himself. Unknown to Lucian, the bite will only prove fertile to his mate, even killing her, and with that, Isla will have Allison away from their lives, without having to lay a finger on her or the entire human race. But this isn't what you told me earlier. You said it will work. Lucian's angry gaze met her eyes, the color of ash, and sneakily, Isla concealed her smiles of happiness. I know, Lucian. I am very sorry for my wrong calculation. All I was trying to do earlier was to help. She faked sadness, pretending to feel hurt by Lucian's angry outburst. Sighing, he felt bad for raising his voice at her. I am sorry. He pulled her close, locking her in his embrace. It is just that it is taking too long to start taking effect. I know. But sometimes, as a witch, our prediction might not come almost immediately. It takes time. Yes. I understand. Lucian wasn't happy with the fact that he has to wait for more time before he can take Allison home with him. But since Isla said it, he is willing to wait. Because if there are people Lucian trusts with his life, Isla is one of them. You said she needs more time, right? Yes. All right. That is what I will do. Freeing her from his embrace, Lucian returned his gaze back to Ryan's house. I will stand here and wait all night if that is what it means. Huh? Isla doesn't want him to wait here all night because if that happens, then it means her plan might not work. She knows the poison in Lucian's bite will soon start having effect on Allison. And when that happens, Isla hopes he is not here, or else Lucian might come to her rescue. And that is the last thing Isla wants happening. You said, I should wait, so that is what I will do. Yes, I said that, but I didn't mean you should wait here all night. Listen, she sighed before placing her hand on his shoulder. This might take a long time, Lucian, and if you wait here someone might see you. I don't care. You should care because if someone sees you here you might be tagged a criminal and that will leave a terrible first impression on her. You know how gullible humans are, right? Lucian threw a look at her, and that was all it took to silence her. I am sorry. She gulped down before creating distance between them. Fine. I will leave but will return, he assured. And by then, I hope it has taken effect just as you said. Yes, she said to herself victoriously before concealing the smile that was threatening to show. For a certainty Isla knows it would have taken effect by then. But not in the way Lucian hopes, because Lucian isn't just an ordinary werewolf, but a super mixed hybrid fathered by the devil, the one popularly known as Lucifer, and a mother who is partly werewolf and vampire. It makes Lucian's bite more deadly, and no human can stand that bite, not even his fated mate. Smiling wickedly, Isla triumphs in victory as she stares at Ryan's mansion, now bumbling with music, echoing through the night. I will take my leave. Looking at the house one last time, Lucian turned and left, leaving only a sudden stiff breeze behind because of how fast he ran. Turning to the now empty space once occupied by Lucian, Isla sighed, knowing it was impossible to keep up with him. Whenever Lucian runs this fast she frowns, making her wish she was a super hybrid just like him. But that was impossible. Lucian is the only breed of his kind, and being a combination of three powerful beings, his beast Tristan is more dominant, controlling both his demon and vampire inside him, making him the werewolf king. With nothing left for Isla to do here, she muttered some spell, and within seconds, she was beside Lucian. And she plans never to leave his side until her plan has been successful. And, the rest of the evening went well with less drama. Just the usual activities that come after the cutting of cake and when a party comes to an end. And slowly the music died down when the last guest said his farewell. Feeling happy, I look around hoping to catch a glimpse of my best friend. After the cutting of the cake it was hard to pin Rachel down as she was seen everywhere whining her waist and grinding on the next hottest rich bachelor. I smiled. Rachel is a party lover and never misses a time of having fun. Just thinking about all the things she has done and will still do, I smile even more, shaking my head from left to right. Rachel can be a motherfucking bitch if you mess with her, but also the most sweetest, kindest, and loving person I have ever known. Just so she could help me in my bills when I was in a financial crisis. She came to my rescue, saving the day with her amazing idea. She decided to move in with me so we could split the bill, making it easier for me. That way, I could save some money and send home just to assist in the little way I can. Babe, who are you looking for? Ryan approached me when he noticed my searching gaze as I looked round. Rachel. Oh, there she is. He pointed towards the extreme end of the sitting room. There she sat, with her shoes off while she massaged her feet. A smile played on my lips. She must have danced really hard in her killer heels that her feet are now aching, forcing her to sit. Since I have known her, Rachel has always been a lover of high heels, making her appear taller in her already 5 feet, 4 inches. We are almost the same height, but I am a bit taller with a 2 inches gap. Sometimes we are likened to be sisters with our long black hair. But while mine is fuller and longer, hers is lighter and shorter, touching right below her shoulders. And our eye colors are different too. She is blessed with hazel eyes and I am blessed with light blue eyes. I will go to her. I informed Ryan, who was holding me possessively in place. All right. Grudgingly, he left my waist. I will join you later. First, I need to pay up the DJ's balance with an extra tip too for an amazing job well done. Yeah. I nod in unison before giving him a big peck on his cheeks. Hey Rachel. I called her attention as I approached her. You okay? No. My feet hurt, and please don't say I told you so. She rolled her eyes before letting out a short, unladylike snort, smiling. I felt bad for her. Just like me, Rachel never listens. Sorry. It doesn't look too good. Taking her feet in my hand, I studied the swollenness. I am no doctor. But I love doing things like this. Was your shoe too tight? I already know what her answer will be, but I asked anyway. I don't seem to understand why she likes wearing a shoe size that isn't her perfect fit. Always saying small sizes are the prettiest. How pathetic. I heaved a sigh, thinking of a solution to help ease her pain. I decided to go grab an ice block. At least that might help. On getting up, the sharp, excruciating pain I felt on my neck forced me back to my seat. My hand snapped to my neck as I cry in pain. Are you okay? Rachel abandoned her aching foot and came straight to my side. I was about to tell her what was happening to me. But then remembered, I am yet to tell Ryan the truth. And if I show Rachel the mark, I have no doubt she will freak out and run straight to Ryan, spilling everything. Yeah, she can be that annoying. Yes, I am fine. Just a little muscle pain. I lied before trying to get up again. Are you sure? She looked worried as she tried to help me up, only to exclaim, Jesus, you are burning, Allison. Her voice filled with panic. No. I tried to calm her down. Please speak softly. I don't want to draw Ryan's attention. Why? She almost whispered, wondering why I wanted to hide it from him. Because he will only worry, and it is nothing serious. All my plan is to add some more spirit and injection powder. Probably it will relieve the pain, and by tomorrow I will be much better. I don't like the sound of this. Please, Rachel, try to understand. I will be fine, but with each passing minute, I felt worse as the excruciating pain increased, blinding my senses. The pain started spreading from my neck straight down to my body until I could no longer take it anymore. And before I knew what was happening, I fell hard to the ground with Ryan right beside me and worry written all over his face. Trying to assure him I was fine, I raised my hand to cup his face, only for it to fall back flat on the floor. Allison, open your eyes. Please open it. But it was too late. 5 days have gone by, but it still feels like a dream. A dream when I was bitten and felt excruciating pain that almost killed me. I use the word almost because I am still alive and breathing, I guess. I smiled as I looked at my reflection through the standing mirror in the bathroom. If Rachel was here and she hears me use the word almost, she would definitely talk me to death. Because to her, I was completely dead. I am so glad I regained consciousness before she and Ryan were able to tell my parents the horrible news. My mother, who is faint-hearted, will definitely not be able to take the news. Ever since I was discharged from the hospital on Monday, Rachel would always look me in the eyes when she asked what happened to me that night. And every time my answer remains the same, both to her and Ryan also. I know I made a promise to myself to keep the incident from him. But when I saw worry written all over his handsome face, I melted completely. And before I knew what was happening, I poured out everything to him. But what came next wasn't what I was expecting. Ryan and Rachel laughed it off because to them, it sounded funny. And when I tried to make them believe by showing the mark was no longer there. Like it disappeared. How? I opened the neck of my dress further, but still nothing. The mark isn't there. It is gone, but I am almost certain that what happened that night wasn't a dream. But there is also no way a deep mark like that can heal completely without leaving a scar. With evidence gone, my story remained incomplete and untrue. But I can swear it is the truth. Sighing, I rested my hands on the mirror stand, trying to clear my head and also to forget that awful night. But each time I close my eyes, flashes of that night keeps appearing in my head. And his face is all I see whenever I close my eyes, making it difficult for me to sleep at night. And the now visible bag under my eyes makes my face look pale and sickly. Opening the drawer, I took out my multivitamins pills and downed 2 tablets as prescribed by the doctor before drinking a glass of water. This has been my routine since I was discharged from the hospital, Ryan insisted. I stayed at his place, but how can I when I still can't get over that night? And worse still, my fiancé and best friend thinks I am crazy, sticking to my decision to stay at my place. I find it now to be the best as I slowly try to clear my head, without Ryan's curious gaze on me constantly, filled with lots of questions that I have no idea how or where to start from in answering. Babe, aren't you done? You've been in there for over an hour. From where I was, I could hear her sigh frustratingly. We'll be out soon. Splashing water on my face, I damp it with a clean white face towel before stepping out, only to be met with Rachel's scrutinizing gaze, which wasn't new anymore. Ever since I narrated my story to her, she has always been giving me this look as if ensuring I was fine. Throwing a smile at her, I stepped past her before going to pick up the book I was reading. I am trying to improve my cooking skill. That is why I applied for culinary school 3 weeks ago. Cooking has always been a thing I love right from when I was a child. That is why when I studied civil engineering in college, my mother was shocked, till date. I still have no idea why I made that decision, but what can I say? At the time, I was a confused little brat still trying to figure out what to do with my life. But now, I think I have a focus now, which is cooking. I look forward to the time when I and Ryan will be finally married, and I will spend my evenings and early morning making delicious food for him and our future children. It will be so beautiful to see our children running round the house with their laughter filled everywhere. Allison, you've started smiling to yourself again. She poked her head to where I was, staring at me. I just rolled my eyes, sighing. She sank herself into the empty space beside me on the couch. Ignoring her, I pretended to concentrate on what I was reading. There is this party I was invited to by Liam. Who is Liam? I rolled my eyes at her. Come on. Don't give me that look. He is just a friend I met at the party, she said before collecting the book from my hand, making me frown and scream as she tossed it away. Stop screaming, will you? And get up please, because we have a party to attend, she said excitedly. What party? I am going nowhere. I tried to retrieve my book, but she pulled me back to the couch. No. You are not getting it. And yes, you are, and we leave in about 30 minutes. What? I scoffed. You must be dreaming. There is no way I am going to the party. Besides, I have nothing to wear. Ignoring me, she kept pulling me up. I said, I am going nowhere. Yes, you are. Now get up, she sighed before leaving my hand. Come on, girl, you've been moody these past few days, acting all lost and all. This is a way to let it all out. I am perfectly fine. No, you are not. Come on, this isn't you. Please, and don't make me beg more than this. Allison Snow, she called in her serious tone, making her accent visible. Get inside and get dressed. Now let's go have some fun. Besides, Ryan will be on his way to pick us. What? Ryan is coming and he didn't tell me. I frowned. After he dropped me off home from the hospital, he has been a little distant, acting strange. Rachel says people handle shock in different ways, but I think his is way too much, although he refuses to show it. I can tell he is very worried. Or maybe he is having problems at work coupled with the fact his parents will be visiting. I sighed, as my mind went back to the last encounter I had with his parents, most especially with his mother. Unlike Ryan's father, she really isn't a fan of me. And neither is she cool with our relationship, but Ryan, being stubborn like he is, paid no attention to his mother's disapproval. We will always be together whether you like it or not, he would always say. And each time he says that, it brings a smile to my face because I can't imagine my life without him too. Oops. She covered her mouth. It was actually a surprise, and I guess I just ruined it. I rolled my eyes. Typical of her, never able to keep a surprise to herself when asked to. Please, Allison. Don't tell him I told you, please. She pleads. Please act surprised when you see him. All right. I sighed. I guess if Ryan is coming, then I have no choice but to go. I smiled. Just the thought of seeing him again, after 3 long days, made me happy. Yay, now get dressed. She pushed me towards our room. Because I know how stressed you've been, I got a dress for you. Yeah, thank me later. She flashed a smile, grinning like a fool. I chuckled at her silliness. That is so sweet of you. While still thanking her, my eyes fell on the dress lying on the bed. Wow, it is so beautiful. Is this mine? Yeah? Do you like it? Are you kidding me? I love it. The dress is a white lace mid-length bodycon dress with a high split at the front of the dress, and a fine bold bow placed on the split to give it a seductive yet beautiful feel. Glad you like it. It kind of gave me a hard time before I could pick something. She confessed. Now get ready while I do the same. As I stood in front of the standing mirror in my room staring at my reflection, I couldn't believe my eyes. The white dress hugged my hourglass figure so well that I was left mesmerized. After the whole incident with me, I haven't been eating well, although not intentionally though. The appetite just isn't there regardless of the amount of multivitamins I take. So I thought I had lost a lot of weight, but seeing myself in the reflection looking so beautiful was beyond my expectation. Like, damn. I love the way Rachel styled my hair up, coupled with the flawless makeup she did for me. I almost didn't recognize myself, were it not for the dress I was wearing. I bet I wouldn't have. You look gorgeous, Allison. Rachel stood behind me, also taking in my appearance. Thank you. I blush, and it is all thanks to you. I turned, pulling her in for a bear hug. You are just the best. I smiled, hugging her tighter, until the sound of the bell was heard, forcing me to free her from my embrace. That must be Ryan, she said excitedly. Yes. I smiled, about to go get the door, but Rachel stopped me. Hey, remember what I told you? She frowned, staring at me. I said you will act surprised, remember? She raised an eyebrow at me furiously. Oh yes, I remember. Thanks for reminding me. I smiled, throwing a grin her way as I completely forgot, leaving me alone while I turned to the mirror, still admiring myself. Rachel went to get the door. It didn't take long before I heard the door open and the sound of footsteps on the carpet floor. As Ryan entered my room smelling all fresh and nice, I wanted to run to him and pull him for a kiss, but I stopped myself, remembering Rachel's voice when she said I should act surprised. And besides, I was still angry with Ryan for his last behavior these days. Allison, he called gently, as he stepped further inside my room. Turning to him, I gasped excitedly, faking surprise. Oh my word, Ryan, you are here. I ran to him excitedly, flinging my arms around his long masculine neck. Yes, babe, I am here. He chuckled, pulling me closer. And I miss you so much. He smiled before pulling me for a kiss. The kiss started off slow at first, but later progressed, turning hungry. His mouth tasted like mint, mixed with black coffee. Ryan is a lover of rich black coffee. I can bet $20 on it that he took some before coming here. The thought of that made me smile. Hey, why are you smiling? He held me close before pulling away from the kiss. Nothing. Just remembering one of your many habits. I smiled when I saw him smiling. Can't believe how blessed I am to have such an amazingly sweet and handsome man like him. Not to mention he is loaded too. Ryan Carlos is the richest bachelor in the world. And I watched him take his father's company to its greater heights with his tireless effort. Ryan worked day and night, signing multi-billion-dollar deals and buying off potential companies as his own. And today he is where he is because of his hard work and effort. And do you mind sharing what my many habits are? He teased, nuzzling my neck, making me chuckle hard. Come on, Ryan, stop. I giggled, laughing as I tried to free myself from his hold. In time, the laughter settled, dying down as he gazed into my eyes. All I could see in his hazel eyes is his unuttered, undying love that will never fade away. God, how did I get so lucky? I asked myself again as I kept gazing into his hazel eyes. I always want to see you like this, Allison. Happy, he smiled, placing his forehead on mine endearingly. I want to always see the sparkle in your eyes. The way your eyes twinkle when you are happy. And the sound of your giggles is like music to my ears, making me very happy. He pulled me close again, inhaling my scent. I miss you so much, Allison. You can't imagine how I felt when I saw you in that state. I died, Allison, because I can't imagine my life without you. Promise me you'll never pull such a stunt again. Promise me, Allison, please. Shush. I placed my index finger on his lips, silencing him immediately. Seeing him hurt breaks my heart so much. Let's forget about what happened. It is in the past now and will always remain in the past. I promised. Thank you. He smiled before pulling me closer, running his hand up and down my back in slow, sweet movement. I love you, he whispered in my ear. I love you too. Ahem, Rachel coughed, interrupting the moment. I am sorry to interrupt you lovers, but we need to head out now or else we might be late, she sighed. As Ryan rested his head on my head, I could feel him frown at Rachel's words. He must be as unhappy as me to go to this stupid party. I would have ditched it and stayed cuddled with Ryan, but Rachel has put so much effort into this. I just can't let her effort go to waste. Just as Ryan means so much to me, so does Rachel. Her feelings and emotions matter to me so much that I just can't let her down, even if that was exactly the thing I desperately wanted. It is just that it feels like a while that Ryan and I cuddled up in bed, touching and smooching, that I am starting to suspect. It is the reason why I keep thinking about that sinfully handsome naked stranger. Every time his image keeps appearing in my head. And even now as I am in Ryan's arms I still can't get him out of my head because his image keeps popping up. For this reason, I promise myself that after this party, I and Ryan will have some alone time and blow off some steam. Babe, are you ready? He gazed into my eyes as he asked, just to be sure I was ready. The thing is, after I returned from the hospital, I didn't go out. And I didn't even open my pastry store with the excuse that I needed to rest. But only I know deep down what the truth really is. I am just scared that strange man might just appear out of the blue again and shake my world like he did. And that is the last thing I need right now. The shaking and chaos he has created in my life is enough that I don't think I can handle yet another one. I just want some peace and quiet. Like the way my life was before without any drama. Just to further see that my desire comes through. I said, a silent prayer before responding to Ryan. Yes, Ryan. I am ready. I smiled, as he linked his arm in mine, leading the way out of my room. "Oh, before I forget," he called out as we got to the living room. "I got you this." Going to the corner in the small kitchen where he kept it, Ryan brought out a bag, handing it to me with a rose flower also in his hand. I smiled upon seeing it, muttering an odd double as my eyes welled up in tears as I gaze at the most amazing man there is. "Thank you, Ryan," I muttered, collecting the bag while Rachel helped me with the flower to help keep it in a nice flower vase. Opening the bag to see its content, the bottle of champagne caught my attention first. A bottle of champagne. I stared at him in surprise. "What is the occasion, babe?" Pulling me close, he held me tight. "Because you my queen," Ryan said, as he touched the tip of my nose lightly. "Had a safe recovery. So the champagne here is a toast to good health and long life. Amen," Rachel echoed from behind, with 3 glasses in her hands. My eyes widened in shock at her before rolling my eyes. I thought she was in a hurry to leave before, and now she wants to have a taste of it before leaving. Naughty girl, I shook my head. "So what do you say, you all?" She raised the glass up in the air excitedly. "We popped the champagne." "Yes," I screamed with as equal excitement in my voice as her. While the champagne was being served in the glass, I stole a glance at the remaining contents of the bag. Other than the champagne, the bag contains a box of 12 delicious cupcakes from my favorite pastry store, and my favorite chocolate with a big bowl of vanilla and banana-flavored ice cream. My eyes widened in excitement as my mouth watered. I am definitely having a taste of this yummy before leaving, I promised myself. As we were eating and drinking, I started feeling dizzy. The same dizziness I felt when Ryan proposed to me at his house, but this time around, along with the dizziness, I felt a severe headache along with body pains. All over that was so severe, I had to excuse myself and run out straight to my room so I could bite my pillow hard as I screamed out. That is how bad the pain is. But because I don't want to alert Ryan or Rachel's attention, I kept biting my pillow hard. Ryan and Rachel have both done a lot for me already, that I don't want to bother them anymore or stress them out with my constant complaints that never seem to end. Before practically running out of the living room, and Ryan's constant song of praise at how beautiful I look, the atmosphere in there was so blissful that I don't want to ruin it for anyone. I have no idea how my body just changed. 1 minute I was having fun with them both, and the next thing, I am having severe headaches and body pains that it feels like my bone wants to pop out from my skin, like my body cells are fighting with each other in a fierce combat. Opening the drawer close to my bedside, I tried checking for some painkiller. I normally keep there for emergencies like this, but don't get me wrong, this is by far the worst. Luckily for me, I found one. Without wasting much time, I took 2 pills in my palm and threw it straight in my mouth. With shaky hands, I poured myself a glass of water and drank it in a gulp. Sitting on my bed, I tried to relax, but the pain was only getting worse. I couldn't sit in one place. Grabbing a pillow, I press it tight on my body as I bite down hard, using it to suppress my screams of pain. Still in severe pain, I fell to the floor, rolling everywhere without any care in the world. If my white dress would get ruined, or my well-styled hair would be loose, out of place, or my makeup would get ruined as hot tears kept falling down, filling my face and ruining my eye mascara. I must look like a witch. In pain, I held my chest tight as I found it difficult to breathe. Different series of pains kept hitting me hard. I roll on the floor, turning and tossing from one side to the other, in severe excruciating pain. I don't think I will be able to bear any of these anymore, I muttered to myself as I sobbed. What is happening to me? Oh my God, I am dying. I sob harder as the pain increases. With each breath I took, the pain got worse, and I could no longer bear it anymore. Just then, I heard a strange voice. Allison, it called, puzzled. I looked around hoping to see the person, but no one was there. My room was empty, and neither was it Rachel or Ryan, as they were not in the room with me. Ignoring the voice, I kept holding my stomach tight, trying to suppress the pain. But I heard the voice again. Allison. This time around, I felt a cold shiver run down my spine. Just as I was about to ask who it was, I heard a rapt knock on the door, followed by Ryan's voice. I exhaled, feeling so relieved to hear Ryan's voice. Allison, are you in there? He asked, worry laced in his voice, although he was doing his best not to sound it. I can't imagine how worried he is, considering the way I ran out of the living room, like a madwoman. Yes, I am here. I called out with the little strength I could summon up, trying my best not to make his worry any worse than it already was. The last thing I would want is to trouble Ryan or make Rachel cancel on this party. From where I lay, I heard him sigh in relief. In fact, I can also hear his now relaxed breathing. Wow, it must be extremely loud. I thought to myself. I will be out there in a minute, Ryan, I promised, although I knew that might be difficult considering the severe pain I was feeling right now. All right. I will be waiting in the sitting room. After what felt like forever, I hear the light sound of his retreating footsteps. I sighed in relief, before grabbing the pillow tighter and screaming in pain while I muffled it down with the pillow tightly pressed in my mouth. More painkiller, I muttered as the pain was getting worse. Since the first one I took was taking forever to relieve me, I had to take another one. I know that is not how it works, and it is pretty early for it to start taking effect, but I cared less at the moment as I was running out of time. Right now, all I need is a fast relief. The pain is killing me and I can't bear it anymore. It feels like I will die if I don't do something about it right now. Grabbing the bedstand, I tried my best to help myself up, but before I could make it to the drawer, I heard the voice again. But this time around the voice was so clear and loud that I had no doubt in my heart that I wasn't hallucinating or hearing things either. Who are you? I called out with the little strength left in me. Show yourself. I panicked as the voice went silent, my heart beating fast in my chest like a scared cat. I have no idea who the person is, or how the person got to know my name. Or worse, where the hell the person was hiding. As I stumbled back searching for the hideout of the person, I kept grabbing onto things for support. Please come out. I called out weakly, unable to shout anymore. I am sorry, sweetheart, but I can't do that. The voice cooed with an accent I couldn't quite place in my head. Who are you? I am you. That is. It paused. My curiosity heightened as I waited for it to continue. A part of you, of course. What? My eyebrow furrowed confusedly, trying to inquire further. The pain hit me again hard and fast. I screamed. Lucky for me the pillow was close to my mouth, as it hit me senseless. I forgot all about the stupid voice. All I need right now is the painkiller pill. Powerful, once as many as I can swallow. TSK. TSK. Don't do that, sweetheart. You will only end up making it worse. The voice assured me in a serious feminine tone. What? I glanced at the overdose in my palm that I was about to throw in my mouth. I stopped before returning it back to its container. Completely helpless right now, I asked innocently. So what will help? At this state, I will accept help from anyone. Even a dangerous person, like I sense this one might be, who is refusing to show her face. I don't care anymore. Right now, my life is slipping away. I can feel it. Or it was all in my head, I have no idea. But whichever, the point is I am going crazy, because... She huffed. Like my question was ridiculous. I am the only one who can take it away right now, that is if you let me, of course. What? I stuttered, completely confused. Yes, sweetheart. No, don't be confused, it interjected when it sensed my doubt. It is the truth, but you have to do something for me. What? I asked without wasting time. You have to say the word. The word? I looked puzzled. What word? Figure it out yourself, Allison. Say the word, without trying to figure out anything. I concluded that whoever the person was is crazier than I have become, uttering absolute nonsense. Nothing can help me except the pill. Opening the container, I emptied the pills again in my palm. But instead of staying on my palm, it emptied on the floor instead, scattering everywhere in the room. Going on my knees, I tried to retrieve it, but it was impossible as the pain intensified, blinding my senses. It felt like my body was at war with itself. Say the word, Allison. The voice echoed again with a force that I couldn't refuse. As the pain intensified, I fell to the floor flat, completely weak, as I wasn't thinking anymore. I felt my last restraint slip away. Take the pain away. I screamed, not sure if that was the word I am expected to say, but that was what I needed right now. I need the pain to end, disappear for good. As you wish, sweetheart. And just like that, the pain stopped, completely disappearing like I wanted. I stood in shock, pressing my stomach and my muscles, checking for any hidden pain, but nothing. I was completely healed. What? I jumped in excitement. It felt like magic. How did it happen? I wondered. And then my mind drifted back to the voice. It did it. It did this. It completely took the frustrating pain away. Thank you. Thank you. I kept muttering as tears filled my eyes. Words couldn't express how grateful I was for this person, whoever it is. How can I repay you? I wanted to know so that I can pay the person off and I will be free for life. It chuckled. You are silly, Allison. I said, I am you, a part of you that can never be gotten rid of except only by you. What? I wanted to inquire further, but I heard a rapt knock on the door followed by Ryan's impatient voice. Babe? I am getting worried. Can you please come out now so we can start going? We are already getting late. In a minute. I called out as loud as I could before returning my attention back to the voice. I still need to ask who the person was and why the person has chosen to remain in hiding and refuses to come out. Hello, voice. I called awkwardly as I tried my best not to sound crazy. Can you hear me? Are you still there? The voice has suddenly gone quiet. Yes, sweetheart. I am right here where I have always been since the day you rose up from the dead. What? I stuttered, almost choking. What do you mean I rose up from the dead? I never died, I snorted. What a silly fool. It chuckled. The former Allison Snow is no more. This is a new Allison with a different soul living in you. Very soon you will harness your true powers and you will know just who you are. But it is all on you to make the choice and choose wisely. W? What do you mean powers? Soul. I don't understand. Very soon, you will understand, sweetheart. Very soon. Tell me now. I was getting impatient with this nerve-wracking suspense. Your life destination. Purpose has changed. You have a new destiny now that has been written under the sun. And Allison, you belong to another, not the stupid Ryan you keep kissing. It snorted. Enough. You might have taken the pain away, but you have no right to insult my fiancé. I growled with a voice I didn't know I had within me, but the voice only chuckled. Very soon your better half will come claim you because you are his. I can sense him, Allison. He is coming, and when he comes not even you or any power in this universe can stop him. What are you saying? Who is coming? Stop confusing me, please. I touched my forehead lightly as I could feel a bad headache building up there. Finally, the voice went silent. Using that opportunity, I decided to clear the air just in case this strange person is having me mixed up with some other person. Listen. You keep mentioning someone coming. I don't know who the hell the person is, and honestly, I don't care, because Ryan is the man of my dreams. The only man for me. I stress just in case this person has lost a knot in the brain responsible for sense or something. You can keep screaming and saying it all you want, Allison. But I know the truth, and deep down you know it too. It is a feeling that can never be denied or stay hidden for long. You can feel it in your bones, and that is because this Allison now belongs to the son of the devil. What? I coughed, as my eyes became wide open in shock. What the hell? I muttered silently to myself. Son of what now? Did you just say son of the devil, like the devil, literally? Yes. Allison, the devil and heir to the spirit realm of the 4 kingdoms. What? I cut in, as I was completely on the floor laughing hard. This must be a sick joke, I said to myself. No, Allison. It is no joke. It blurted out and I was shocked. Did it just read my mind? Whoever this person was must be a psychopath. I concluded before shaking the thought off my pretty head. Resting my hand on my flat tummy, I tried to stop my laughter as what I was about to say next was equally as important as everything that will come next. Hey, listen. Now I know truly that you've fucking lost your mind. And if you don't mind, I would like to go. Thanks for your help once again. I was about making my way to the door, but the stupid voice spoke again, sighing. I palmed my face depressingly as I listened to the voice yet again. If there was a way I could block it out, I would give anything for that. All I am saying is the truth, sweetheart, and very soon you will know it too. She assured me with that annoying voice and accent of hers, which I find strange. Sorry, sweetheart, but I already know the truth, I retorted mockingly. And the truth is, whoever you are knows zero about me, and neither do you know what you are saying. I can feel my anger and frustration now building up. So rather than hiding in the shadows where I can't see you, why don't you come out and show yourself if you got some balls within you? I snorted. After waiting for countless minutes, the voice finally responded. I am sorry, but what you are asking for cannot be possible at the moment. I laughed hard. Really? And why is that? I can only surface after I've been activated. And by then, the smug you have on your face will vanish. Is that a threat? I scoffed as I felt beads of sweat start forming on my forehead. No, sweetheart. It scoffed in return. So what the hell are you saying? Speak clearly, I ordered, as I was done with this time wasting conversation. What do you want? The voice sounded confused. I want you to stop beating around the bush and tell me straight and direct who the hell you are, as you wish. I am Raven. It started but stopped. I wondered why. Just then, a knock was heard. Frowning, I called out angrily, yes, as whoever knocked just interrupted an important information I would like to know. Babe, please hurry up and come out now. And if you don't come out at the count of 3, I promise I will break this door open. As I was approaching the window, I felt my heart beating rapidly in my chest. I know I shouldn't be checking this sort of thing out by myself, because whoever that is out there might be dangerous and hurt me. But I couldn't stop myself. It felt like my legs were doing as they pleased and not taking orders from my brain. As I was about to take the final steps, I felt a soft palm on my left shoulder, snapping me back to my senses. The moment I felt my brain take control of my body once again, I jerked in fear, wondering who it was that had entered my room and how the person entered my room, from the balcony through the window without me seeing the person. I turned round with the flower vase firmly gripped in my hand as I took a swing at the person behind me, only for me to stop halfway when I saw it was Ryan, and behind him was Rachel as she was staring at me with a frown on her face and tapping her feet continuously, trying to calm herself. She always does that whenever she is pissed. What do you think you are doing? Allison Snow, holding a flower vase and heading towards the window side only for you now to use it and take a swing at Ryan, your own fiancé. She freaked out, and I could totally understand why when I saw the position I was in. From the position I am currently in, and the way the flower vase is held up high ready to strike Ryan's head, it must look scary and very confusing too. Without being told, I put my hand down as I coughed slightly before stealing a glance at her awkwardly. I know she must think my condition has worsened, and I am crazy. But I am not surprised, because even to me, I think I am slowly agreeing with them, as I find myself doing crazy things, and hearing crazy things too. Lately, I personally have been noticing how I've been doing crazy things. So that is how I know Rachel's anger is totally justifiable. Her eyes radiated with fury and can be seen from miles away. I have wasted so much time in just trying to get my stupid purse. But then it occurred to me that it wasn't the only thing that took my time. The open window also contributed to it too. Babe, what is going on with you? Ryan broke the silence as he collected the flower vase from my hand, placing it gently like it was worth more than it is value. Please, you can tell me anything. So what is wrong? What were you trying to hit? He glanced behind me to see what I was aiming at when he walked in. I heard a noise coming from out there. I pointed towards the window side. Out there. Rachel looked surprised as her eyes widened in shock. Yes? I nod. You left it open, so I decided to close it, but then I started hearing strange noises coming from out there, followed by the shadow of a thing moving. So Wait, Allison. Hold on a minute. What do you mean I left the window open? She cocked her head to the side, waiting for me to explain what I meant. I rolled my eyes. Haven't you been listening? I said. I saw the window open, and since I didn't do it, it means automatically you did it, right? Or don't you still get it, duh? Babe, I didn't leave it open. I could see the panic now in her eyes as she stared at me widely then. That moment I knew deep down she wasn't lying. Wait. So if you didn't do it, who then left the window open? I glanced between them as they stared at me with the same confusion written on their face. I don't know. Allison, I am scared. Could it perhaps be the voice you were telling us about earlier, and we didn't believe you? Her voice was now shaking, and I could feel my legs shaking too. You know, when the voice was talking to me earlier, I was never this scared as I was now. I think I am scared now because I am faced with the reality of the voice being real, like an actual person. Could it be? She asked again, and I don't know the answer she was expecting. My eyes widened in shock as my head thought of the possibility of that being true. I have no idea why I didn't think of that before. But now, the more I think of it being a possibility, the more my fear increases. I can't believe I am so stupid. I was starting to believe the words of the voice that she was a part of me, like said. But now, this just proves to me that whatever the voice said from the beginning has been all a lie. But yet, another thought crossed my mind. If the person who left the window open was the voice that was talking to me some minutes ago, then where was the voice, or in this case the person hiding when she was talking to me earlier? I gasped, as I now have a headache. This whole thinking and analysis has left me with a bad headache, massaging my head. I tried to think again, but this time more clearly. Allison, what is on your mind? Rachel asked. I am just thinking if what you said was right, then where was the person hiding all along? I glanced around before it finally occurred to me that the person might be hiding in the balcony, and it was in fact the shadow of the person that I saw earlier. What is it, Allison? Rachel could see the glint in my eyes as my gaze was fixed at the balcony direction. I think the person was hiding on the balcony. And the sound I heard was probably the person. Rachel mumbled as she pondered on what I said, although in my heart, I knew the possibility I just came up might not be accurate. I chose to believe it anyway. At least it will make my headache less, and my fear reduce knowing that the person is real. But as all these things were taking place, Ryan remained awfully quiet as he was lost in his thoughts. Ryan, what is on your mind? I wanted to know. At least he must have something bothering him, or maybe a thought that could be the answer to this puzzle. I am not sure, but I am just thinking that if what you said is true and the voice in fact did open the window, then this means your place is not safe because whoever did this can come again. But this time around might do something dangerous to you both. He panicked. Oh no. Allison, I think Ryan is right. There is no way in the world we both can stay here, at least not until we've gotten to the root of it. And how do you suggest we do that? By involving the police, of course. Or what do you think, Allison? She stared at me. Likewise, Ryan. Their eyes were now on me, making me tense. The police. No, I don't think involving the police is a good idea. Why? Ryan wanted to know. We don't have to drag the police into this. It might just complicate things further. Or what do you think? I don't know, Allison, but I think Rachel is right. We need to involve the police in this. But if we do that, where is the evidence that what we are saying is in fact true? I stared at both of them as they stared at me in return, completely clueless as I thought. But isn't that like their job? You know, to gather evidence? Yes. I agree with her. But still, I don't feel comfortable involving them in this. With time, I believe it will die down. I don't think so, babe. Ryan muttered as he stared ahead at nothing in particular. I believe there must be some evidence or hint we can show the cops lying here somewhere. He glanced round looking for anything that seemed out of place before his eyes settled back to the window. Yes, we have evidence, Allison, he said excitedly. Really? Where? The window? The window? What? I stared at him confusedly. How is the window evidence, Ryan? I don't know why, but I frowned. They could just say we opened it ourselves. Yeah. But that is if it has our fingerprint, right? Now I am getting his point. I nod my head in approval as I see sense in what he was trying to say. Ryan, you are right. Of course I am right. He acknowledged proudly before continuing. So now, please tell me how the window was locked. Was it locked from outside or inside? Oh, now, as I thought of the answer, I realized there was even yet a bigger problem that we haven't realized yet. And fear gripped me as the answer settled in my head. Allison, didn't we lock the window from inside? Yes, Rachel, we did. That is why I am confused again. Wait. You girls locked it from inside. We nod, in response. So how then did the person open it from outside, if it was in fact locked from inside? Oh no, Allison. Rachel gasped in fear. I think someone broke into our house without our knowledge, but I knew that it wasn't still the answer. My brain was going crazy, still trying to analyze the whole situation. No, Rachel, I don't think that is what happened. What do you mean? There is no way a person would have entered our small apartment without us noticing. And remember, I have been indoors throughout with you. Instead, I think the answer is far beyond what our minds can contain. What? I could hear the fear in Ryan's voice, and honestly, I was equally scared too. And slowly my head starts to replay the words of the voice. Judging by the thing unfolding, I could see that this was no ordinary event. The ability to take pain away, just because I said so. The ability to make me look breathtakingly gorgeous, like no ordinary human can ever look. And also the ability of fixing my makeup and dress without having to retouch it physically by myself. Definitely something big is happening that is beyond our human knowledge. I can't believe my small mind didn't think of that before. Fear starts to grip me as I remember what the voice said, that the son of the devil is coming to claim me. Could this then be true? If that is the case, then I am doomed. I gasped, staggering back, but Ryan was there to catch me. "Allison," Rachel called, running straight to my side too as Ryan helped me to the bed. As I gazed at her, I noticed the slight frown now on her face, as she couldn't meet my eyes. "What is wrong?" "I am sorry, Allison," she sobs as she wraps her arm around my neck. "I am so sorry. I didn't believe you when you said you heard a voice. Instead, I was thinking you've lost your mind. I can't believe I considered my friend crazy. I am so sorry." I could feel her tears wetting my neck. "It is okay, shush. Rachel, please don't cry." I held her arm so she could look at me. "I completely understand. I would have done the same if I was in your shoes too." I try to make her feel better and not hate herself. "No, Allison. That isn't true. You are an amazing person with a kind soul. If you were to be in my position, you'd listen and look for ways to help me. But instead of being a good friend, I made you feel like you've lost your mind. I am sorry. I am a terrible person." "Oh no, please don't say that. You are the best friend anyone could wish for, and I love you just the same." I kissed her cheek. "I love you with both your perfections and imperfections. Thank you for being such a good person. I love you so much, Allison." As we were hugging each other, my mobile buzzed, alerting me of an incoming call. Before I could get it, Ryan helped me with it, taking it from my purse. "It is your mother." He handed the phone over to me. While I was on the phone with my mother, Ryan used the opportunity to check the balcony if there was anyone hiding there. Upon finding it empty, he closed the window, making sure to lock it more firmly while using a cloth to wrap his hand, in order not to imprint his fingerprint on it. Once he was done, Ryan and Rachel decided to go wait for me in the living room until I was done talking to Mom. Knowing my mother so well, she can spend hours on the phone just talking about random stuff. Taking a peep at the wall clock, I realized I have spent close to over 20 minutes talking to my mother already. It was way past 5 p.m. Sighing, I decided to round up our conversation to a finish. "Mother, I would love to stay longer on the line, but I have to go. The thing is, Ryan, Rachel, and I have a party to attend to. Can we please talk some other time, please?" "All right, dear," she chuckled. "You should have told me earlier. I am sorry for taking so much of your time, dear." "No, it is fine, Mother." "All right, my dear. Please take care of yourself, and make sure you close all the doors and turn off all the lights too before you leave." "All right, Mom. Bye. Love you. Mua." She blew a kiss before hanging up. Finally, I sighed in relief as I slipped my phone inside my purse. That was rude. I hear the voice say. My eyes quickly snapped towards the window side to see if it was open. But it was locked. Fear gripped me as my confusion deepened. "You won't find me there, Allison." The voice sighed, and I could feel a sigh of my own slipping out of my lips too. I am already tired of all this, and I would just like it to end already. Sweetheart, how many times am I to tell you that I am a part of you before you start believing me? The voice continued. Maybe like 100th time. I groan. Just tell me already, what do you want? I cut straight to the chase, at least from the little I've learned about life. Everyone wants something, right? So I would like to know what the hell this Raven person wants from me. I want nothing, Allison. I am just here to help you. That is all. Help me, with what? To get to know and understand your powers. Also to know your May. Oh, please spare me. I rolled my eyes. If you really want to help me, why don't you start first by telling me where the hell you are hiding? Inside you. She blurted out, and I almost choked. What is wrong? Are you okay? She sounded worried, and I rolled my eyes in disgust. I don't need any fake sympathy coming from someone that isn't bold enough to come out straight and face me. Allison, are you okay? How can I be okay when you are lying to me and hiding in the shadows somewhere in my house? Or are you on the balcony perhaps? I thought to myself as I stood up to go check it out for myself, but saw nothing. It was empty, sighing disappointedly. I went back inside. Where are you hiding? I said inside you. Ugh, but how is it possible? Are you my conscience or my mind? I was totally confused. No, I am like an extended part of you, but a more powerful one. While you are like my controller and the body we possess. We? Yes, we. We are one, sweetheart. So what you are saying in essence is that I have secret powers, and it is you. Yes. Finally. You are getting the point. She sounded excited and I rolled my eyes because nothing still made sense to me. So tell me, when did I possess these powers again and how the hell did you enter my body? Listen, sweetheart. I would have loved to tell you more, but we have no time left. What do you mean we have no time left? I cut in. Can you please shut up first for once? Like a minute and let me finish? Hey. I thought you said I am your boss. You know your controller. Yeah, so how dare you speak to me in such a tone? She chuckled. Listen, sweetheart, you are my controller and all, but that doesn't mean I can't express myself. Duh. What? I couldn't help but chuckle. This bitch, whoever she is damn funny. So, as I was saying before you interrupted me. Her tone suddenly became serious. We have no time left, so pack your stuff into your luggage and keep it ready. And why should I do that? I mean, what am I getting ready for? I cocked my head. To go to our new home, of course. She sounded excited, and I honestly don't have an idea why, huh? And where exactly is that, if I may ask? With our mate, of course. Where else? Mate? I looked confused as I haven't heard of a place named Mate before. And where the hell is that? Sweetheart, you ask so many questions, she sighed. And I rolled my eyes. I don't know what she is talking about, and yet she is saying I am the one asking so many questions. She just wants me to pack and leave to God knows where. No way. Definitely not happening. Never. Sweetheart, what are you thinking about? This isn't the time to think but to act. Our mate is coming, so you have to hurry up and get ready so that when he gets here we can go with him. This is one of the things I am here for. To fill you in where you need help. Now I was even more confused. And who is coming again? Inwardly, I pray she shouldn't say the word that scares the shit out of me. And, yes, she said it. Oh no, not this again. I sighed frustratingly. Seriously. My voice was getting louder. Listen, I am not cut up for this right now. I demonstrated with my hand. Okay. I am not sure I understand what you are talking about, but he is coming. So we need to get ready. Pack your things. It practically screamed in my head. What? I scoffed, as a light chuckle escaped my lips. Listen, no one is coming and I am definitely not packing my things. So through the way you came, please get out and leave me the hell alone. I don't need any powers, in fact, I don't want it, understood? As I was talking, my eyes kept flickering around, searching everywhere in my room, both under my bed and in the bathroom, because a part of me was still skeptical about this raven of a person. She is too good to be true to be my subconscious, or a part of me, like she claims. What are you doing? I could hear the frustration in her voice. I know you are hiding somewhere, so please come out already. This time around, the tough girl was gone, and this is Allison practically begging on her knees. Raven went quiet for some time. and I almost thought she had left until I heard her voice again in my head. Rising on my feet, I went to check for her in the toilet again, because that is the only place I could think of. Tell me honestly, what makes you think I am hiding somewhere, and even if I were hiding at a place, would it be in there, a place filled with your past urine and excretion? Really, like for real? I could feel her disgust. EW. Stop that. You don't have to be so detailed, come on. Well, you started it first by searching in your toilet seat. She sighed frustratingly. As she was completely frustrated, I could feel it. That brought a smile to my face, until I heard her next comment. Don't you have any brains at all? She asked, and my mouth opened wide in shock. I can't believe she is taking me for a fool. Taking a deep breath, I tried to control my temper and get back to the issue at hand. But jokes apart, Raven, or whatever your name is. You need to come out like right now, I commanded. Okay. Fine. But on one condition. Okay. Go on, please. Tell me, why are you so bent on the fact that I am hiding somewhere other than your body? I tried figuring out her mood from the tone of her voice, but that was impossible, because her voice has now turned emotionless. Sighing, I responded grudgingly. Because one, that is impossible, and also earlier today I found my bedside window open, and it wasn't me, and neither was it Rachel either. And it is definitely not Ryan, thereby leaving you as the main and only culprit, because I normally leave it closed at least since 5 days ago. And you can't tell me it isn't you, because I saw shadows moving. So do you understand, or should I explain again? Allison, she called in a serious tone. And I was scared, because for the first time she called me by my name and not sweetheart. Could you please move closer to the window again? I would like to check something out. Huh? Why? I raised a brow suspiciously, but she rolled her eyes and I felt it again. Although faint, I still felt it. Sweetheart. If I wanted to kill you, don't you think I would have done that a long time ago? It scoffed, making me roll my eyes. Just do as I say, please, and go to the window before it is too late. I want to check something out. After some seconds of deliberation, I inhaled deeply as I entrusted my life to the Almighty, before taking slow steps towards the window, since I was already in a mess. Stop! She ordered abruptly, and I stopped. Now touch the window lightly. Come on, sweetheart, do it. And again, I did as told. But seconds passed, and still no further instructions was passed to me. Will you tell me what the hell all this means, before I lose my temper and get away from this damn window? I was starting to feel my own irritation slowly building up. Finally, the voice spoke up again. Allison, listen to me carefully. I was shocked and scared at the tone of voice used, as I could sense a bit of fear in it for the first time. And that instant, I knew whatever she was about to say might not be good for me. I didn't do it. I know you have no reason to believe a word I say, and I completely understand. But please believe me once. Please believe what I say. I didn't do this. Just think about it for a second. I am currently talking to you right now, and still the window is closed. But here I am still talking. I am telling you the truth, Allison. I am inside you and nowhere else. And slowly, I could feel my stupid self believing what she said again. So if you didn't do it, who did? I can sense the power of a witch, Allison. But don't be afraid. She is gone now. What? I gasped as I pulled back immediately. I couldn't believe I heard correctly. Did you say a witch?